And of course, our moderator, Violet. Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Hey, where is everybody? Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
And me, Banshee.
And guess who else is with us? Yay! Our good friend, the TFT Kitty. Made especially for us by our guest today. Well, not our guest, but our visitor, Fiber Magic.
Hey, thank you so much. We so enjoy these. Look, I've got the other two. So one of these is going to be a special giveaway. We haven't decided how or when. I think it's going to be sometime in May, though, around our cat's Gotcha Day.
Which was the middle of May.
Yeah, we got them at the middle of May at
so a little over a month.
Rescue event 8 years ago. So, and one of these is going to our granddaughter who created our logo for us to begin with. What a great job Fiber Magic did on these.
I'm looking at the chat room with Violet. Oh, yes.
They are so awesome.
So, yes, there'll be more details about that soon, but we just can't not show them off a little bit.
Well, we showed them off on Thursday night show, and they'll be back Sunday, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Sunday we have a bigger crowd, so we want to make sure everybody gets in on the idea. We'll be having a contest. And Don't you want your TFT doll? That'd be so awesome.
Other kitties may show up too. I sense one walking behind me at the moment.
Well, Kara's not here, so
he picks his moment, right?
Yeah. So when Kara comes, Sunny will probably show up.
Welcome everyone to Happy Hour.
Yeah, welcome to Happy Hour. I'm just surprised it's kind of quiet today, but sometimes people come as we go along with the show, so we will keep moving. Yes, you do.
We know that.
We know. Oh my gosh, they're so adorable.
The pressure. Oh, see, I told you. Here he is.
I guess Sunny did not wait for Kara. But if Kara says hi right about now, I won't be surprised.
No, it never surprises us.
Come here, you.
There's a synchronicity between Kara and Sunny. We can't figure it out, but it's true.
It used to be us. As soon as he would hear our voice, he would show up. But now I think he comes when Kara's here.
Hi, Libra. Good morning.
Good morning, Libra. All right. So, where am I going to put the other cat where you won't destroy it, Sonny?
Yes, he was actually, we had him on the couch the other day when we were doing different photos and things, and he was checking them out. He was sniffing at him like, are you my brother? Are you my mother?
I think they think they're the three cats think these three cats are their replacements. But no.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Nothing can replace our sweeties. All right, so Libra's joined us as well. Okay, and I'm going to get going with the card for the collective.
All right.
Which today I have decided to use. You do not have to put it on screen because it's just this ginormous box. It's a tarot of affirmations, so we'll get some affirmations today. Let's see, I'll have Mr. O pick one.
All right. And of course, we have our coffee, thanks to Angel's Coffee Service.
Angel Rivera.
It's named in honor of him because he suggested having a pot closer to us so that I didn't have to get up and run all the time.
Yeah, because there's no keeping Mr. O away from coffee.
Nope.
Particularly on a weekend morning.
Indeed.
All right. Let's roll. I've been showing off some decks on Twitter and Facebook that I got for my birthday. Some real exciting stuff. So stay tuned. If somebody wants a reading today, I showed this up earlier on Facebook. If somebody wants a reading today, instead of a tarot card from the Oracle of the Roses, we can try that. It's a beautiful deck of roses. That will be at our live stream tomorrow as well. And of course, we'll be using the Lake Sears Tarot for our tarot readings today. Yeah, cut them, Mr. O. I guess I had you shuffle. I was going to have you pick one. But let's pick right from the top. And what do we have? We have the 7 of Wands. You can read the first 2, Mr. O.
I am engaged in a struggle for change. I am determined to courageously protect the progress I have already made. I am committed to maintaining whatever effort or sacrifice is required to defend my needs, beliefs, and values.
I am filled with energy and vitality, but it sometimes feels chaotic and confusing. I'm committed to clarifying my vision. I have faith in my abilities and ambitions. I am using this opportunity to strengthen and refine them. I take advantage of healthy competition to identify my strengths, evaluate my purpose, and adjust my course. You know, this card just basically says you are on top of things. So keep that in mind right now. Staying on top of things is important, and Spirit wants to remind us that, you know, when you also hold the higher ground and you don't stoop to levels of people beneath you, you know, win or lose, you really are a winner.
Hi, Mama T. I hope you stay a moment.
Well, we can throw a card for you.
Of course.
Right before maybe Violet Lotus's reading.
You know, before we start, I just wanted to say that, and this is like, you know, we're all doing good work here today and every day. And we here, me and Banshee, are so grateful to everyone here who gives to us in so many ways. There's no one way to help support us, and we want to help support you too. So we appreciate what everybody has done for us. I'm wearing your pendant today, Mama T.
Oh, and I am too.
I
I'm
just
wearing
kind
the
of knew you were
angel
going to be
one,
around.
as a matter of fact.
So we thank all of you for being our supporters. Really, it means so much to us. Thank you.
All right. So that's for the collective. We're going to move on to the readings, and maybe more people will stop in. I'll let you shuffle first, Mr. O, for Sonali, who is first in the room.
All right, a spirit divine message for Sonali.
And espresso roast fiber magic, wow.
I saw that fiber. I'm like, oh, you don't play around. It's been a while since I had some espresso.
Well, this is our almond milk creamer in here. It's called Sweet and Creamy. And it is.
Yes, we have a lot of love today.
Oh, wow, Sonali. Hey, you're on the move.
Yeah,
The
look at that, the chariot.
Love that card. Love this deck. But the chariot here is saying it's time to, you know, Spirit is saying, hey, you know, there's some, you're going to be moving in a positive direction really soon, aiming towards a goal, an ambition, something you truly desire. This is the time, Spirit says, to get a move on, to take the reins and take control of something in your life right now and push it forward.
We love the Light Seers deck. We always notice little nuances in there, and I'm drawn to the energy flows here. And I sort of feel like this card also says, too, that you're uniting forces that you don't normally work with, whether it's, you know, the team you pick to work with or whether it's other situations. Spirit says, work with what is not necessarily your wheelhouse, as they say. You know, unite the forces within yourself as well as what other resources you draw upon, because Spirit says you need to pick up this challenge and go for it.
It's awesome.
And that's
nice reading for you, Sonali. And yeah, I saw what Violet said there about me making her U.S. games list longer for decks. That was one I showed on Twitter yesterday. I did a mini review of it. Oh my gosh, this is such an awesome deck.
We have ideas.
We have ideas beyond just using it as an oracle for, you know, the cards for the collective. But this is really nicely done. And it's all based on the moon and its maiden mother crone cycle. And it's very inclusive feminine art. I really like this.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Deck. Just beautiful.
And just a real, in between readings, a real quick blurb here. In addition to what she's been reviewing on Twitter and whatnot, we just put out a video, the thing about the Tarot of Oppositions. So that's on our YouTube channel. Here's a little blurb for it.
It's an unboxing where we examine some of the cards along the way, too, so you get a little commentary. We do love this deck, too. It's very well
and it also
conceived.
Will just fit quite right into a couple plans we have.
So, mwahaha.
Mwahaha. Right, Kitty?
Are you talking to Sonny? He's just
Maybe.
like kind of ambivalent here.
Yes. All this fuss to get over here, and then he just crashes out.
Oh, we're on Fiber Magic. All right.
All right.
Let's get this rolling.
Yeah.
Shuffle. Sunny sun. Don't roll off. Don't roll off the table. That would be a catastrophe.
So yesterday I was working on some editing for that video that I just mentioned, and I'm hearing this like staccato pattering, and I'm thinking like something's wrong with the soundtrack. Take off my headphones. It's hail hitting the back window right behind me here.
I was out. I went to a store not far away, get the gas station actually, and it was. I went in the store. The sun was out, but it was cloudy. But the sun was shining, and I wasn't in there that long. But when I came out, the ground was already soaking wet, and I drive just a little bit away, not even a half a mile to my street, and it's hailing on the street, and there's hail all over the street, and I'm like, what the heck? And the sun is out, and it's raining too, and I'm just like, I don't understand. And so finally, by the time I got into our condo complex, I thought I'd take a picture of hail on the ground. It was all gone. It was just all gone, just like that.
And we don't see a lot of hail around here lately, so it was kind of unusual. And then it was literally gone in moments, because then it turned into rain, and they just literally melted.
Well, you know,
Fiber.
It was in the 30s still this morning. It's like 43 now. That's why I'm wearing my warm clothes. It's not going to get warm today, but it is moving up this week. I'm excited. It's going to be in the
Okay, thanks for waiting,
50s
Fiber.
and 60s. Hey, Fiber Magic. This is the second card of somebody on the move here. We just had the Chariot for Sonali, and we've got the Knight of Swords here, Mr. O, and he's making a run, I think, for that motorcycle, don't you?
You know, it's kind of interesting because I pulled this card a week or two ago for somebody, and I said, it's almost like that motorcycle was taking off without him, and he's trying to catch it before it goes over the abyss there or whatever it is. But I think it is saying there's a sense here, Fiber, of really cause and purpose to move towards a specific goal. It's maybe noble and a challenge, like he's trying to stop that from, that's my interpretation, hurting it. But you're guided by intellect mostly in this. This is not just really saying, I need to rush off and save the day, I need to rush off and complete my project. This is saying Spirit, the divine, is giving you an actual mission here, a sort of signpost to kind of guide you.
Hey, Lena.
Hi, Lena.
Okay, wow. So yes, I think this is time to make a move, to make a decision, to make a choice, and to use the wisdom and logic that you have. This may be something where, the brain serves you more, Spirit says, than your gut feelings right now. Really think things through and then make that move and go for it. I mean, I don't know, I always thought wands, well, they're fire. They're the fastest cards in the tarot. But no, it's really the Knight of Swords. He's really moving swiftly into making his move, his choice, his decision. So, once you've thought about it, and it won't take you very long, because actually this is a sign, Spirit is saying, that your mind is quick on the draw too. That your mind can, come up with the solutions to problems, the path that you need to move move forward, whatever the case may be. Count on that to guide you.
I like what you said there, Fiber, because if you're interpreting that too, there's help further on. That's why he's moving that way. Maybe he needs to get on that bike so he can move a little faster to follow, where the ego or the hawk is leading him to. But I feel this is a really strong card of your energy and your intellect kind of coming together to find purpose and move towards it.
Did you say you had a project in mind? Well, it's time to get a move on it. I think that's the green light right there. Get it moving.
Hi, Kara.
That's the message we have for you, Fiber. Thanks for stopping in, and thank you so much. We're just so enamored with these. We really are.
Yeah, keep watching, and you'll see the raffle happen.
All right.
And hi, Kara.
Kara made it. Kara, Sonny is here.
Yes, he is. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can wheel this around. I hear my stomach rumbling.
I heard that.
That
Probably got on the mic, too.
Really nasty.
If anybody heard this
Did you
terrible
hear my stomach just
Godzilla-like growl, that was Mr. O.
You're supposed to feed me now.
Well.
Sonny, you heard it too, didn't you? Yep.
Maybe he did, and maybe he doesn't care. All right.
Okay.
I think he saw himself on the screen there. He took a look and then he said, I'm going back to sleep.
We are, thank you. And you know what, that's kind of
thank
funny
you.
because we're actually thinking of doing something more specific about that. We're still working on it. Maybe you want to speak to it?
Well, it's a project on probably on our website that will be available, but there is a cost attached to that one, but it will be nominal, and it will be a regular feature that might come out bi-monthly. I haven't decided on a schedule yet, but I am going to be sending out some advertising for it soon, and it's helpful hints about the tarot, basically. And also, if people are in a crisis with the tarot and don't know how to interpret certain things, they have questions,
Hey, I have questions.
we're going to try to tackle some of the trickier components of tarot readings. So stay tuned for that. There'll be more coming up.
And thank you for saying that too, Fiber.
Going to be coming out soon.
So this is for Libra.
Yep, Libra, nice card.
Oh, look
You've
at that.
Got the star.
The star.
And, that light, you're just taking it in. Spirit is saying, open your heart, your soul to receive the light. Go out at night. Look at the stars for inspiration. Hey, I know sometimes us city dwellers can't really see the night sky well, but, if you can, take some time to look up at the sky and drink in that energy of a starlit sky. There's hope right now, Spirit says, and there's a bright future before you.
I'm going to go in a little different direction because I'm looking at this, and as soon as I pulled it, I had two images, and one superseded the other. The first one was like, it's like a kite. So she's like flying her kite around
kind of cool.
in the realm of destiny and hope.
I could see that.
And then the next thing I thought of was the old Greek or Roman myth about Theseus and the Minotaur, the labyrinth, and the king's daughter Ariadne, who gave him the thread so he could find his way out by just following back the thread.
Looks like a balloon on a string, too.
Yeah, but I like the analogy of using the thread to find your way back from the mysteries, maybe to bring them back down to Earth, bringing the destiny or the hope back down with you, keeping the trail so that you're connected to this realm, but you're still in our realm. I went a ways, didn't I?
Wow. I mean, hey, you got your money's worth from Mr. O here. But I do think it is just a sign of bright days ahead. And
Absolutely. That's the real meaning.
If things have been a little bit cloudy, or for that matter, Libra, if you've been a little under the weather, the star is also a card of healing and health returning. So there is that potential.
So in context to what I said, it may be that this is, something that you're coming back into, that you're bringing back the health with you as you reintegrate everything. Or things like that.
That's what we have for you, Libra.
Alrighty.
I think it is... Okay, Mama T. We'll do Mama T now. That's cool. I had them slightly out of order here. I fixed it. But yeah, you're right about that, Violet. All right. Yes, shuffle.
I think I should do them first once, at least.
You did once.
Which one?
I believe it was Sonali's, the very first reading. I said, here, you shuffle first.
I thought you had already shuffled.
Uh-oh.
You're welcome.
We've got a memory thing. We got a senior moment. And hey, if anybody hasn't figured out with all the decks I've been showing off, it's my birthday month still. So talk about having a happy on. I still am. And Tuesday will be a week away. And it'll be over, Mr. O.
The struggle is real.
All right. I'm right at the tail end of Aries. And as a matter of fact, just like when I was born, the sun is, I think, moving into Taurus that day. So there will also be a monthly modality message from us because we do that when the sun enters a new sign. So look for that video to appear.
Thanks, Fiber.
Oh, thank you. It's a biggie. Gonna turn 65.
Yeah, I think we discussed this the other day.
Yeah.
Because you will this year
that's
too,
right.
Fiber.
Yeah, I remember.
And somebody else mentioned I don't remember who it was, but somebody else in our chat mentioned it too. You youngsters, I'll be 67.
Yeah, you are a March Aries, and I'm a tail end of Aries. There. All right, Mr. O.
Yeah, we had a longtime friend, Lon, who was born on the 30th of March.
Oh, Sonali, we did your reading right in the beginning. You were the first one.
Yeah, this isn't like a question one. This is just we pull the card and do a quick reading for you.
We give you a positive message from Spirit. So we did that right at the very beginning.
Okay, so this was who? Mama T?
Yes.
All right.
Sexy 60s. Sensational 60s.
Here's what I say. In the 60s, they said the 60s were the sexy 60s. And now that we're in our 60s, it's kind of like the sagging.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm just speaking for myself.
Not
it's definitely some sagging going on.
And not when my birthday's here.
Okay, we won't talk about it.
So what do you got there? Upper right?
Yeah, so this is that one. We're having too much fun here. The Page of Wands. Ooh. Mama T, kick up a fuss here. This is like saying, go for it. The Page of Wands is really saying, like, things are coming to you. You're going to things. It's messages. It's invitations. It's a sense, really, of just coming alive again. Maybe it's the spring. You're going to kick up your heels a little bit. She's literally doing that. You're going to throw away what you don't need with abandon, maybe. I'm reading a lot more into this for you. I mean, normally the Page of Wands is just a messenger, and it's almost always good news.
Just look at all that energy. And, there's a carefreeness about it, I feel, with this card more so. And it just seems as though, this is a time to really start something new and start something that you enjoy,
Is that a rose in her other hand?
Let me see. I can't see from here,
Well, it's very tiny.
Oh my goodness. It may be, but it is really hard to see what that is.
It's very tiny.
It's one of those things we'll need a magnifier for again. But there is definitely something there, and it might be a flower, might be the rose. But I feel like this is a time for new beginnings for you. Getting things off the ground, like her foot is off the ground there. Time to let things take off. This might also be, you might get some signs or signals or some news that this is the right time, that all systems are go, and that you should move things forward now. A new beginning awaits you, and it's very, very positive, Spirit says. So, hey, there's no time like the present.
Maybe you're getting on that motorcycle with us and Fiber.
Yeah, be lighthearted. I like that too, because this just seems like there's such a joy associated with movement and energy.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Yep.
Yes, I like that.
All
so
right.
now, Lena, it is your turn. So we're going to pull a card for you.
Oops. Oh, well, Sonali, I get that. Sometimes that happens. But we've got your reading for you, and it was pretty good. We're all good. We're all good today.
Always room on the big old motorcycle in the sky, or wherever it is. The cosmic bike.
The cosmic bike.
I was talking somewhere this morning about my folks' place, and they used to have some motorbikes that we would race around. This was when they lived a little bit more out in the country.
His family was crazy.
They were crazy.
They if you ever rode with them, oh my gosh, it's a scary proposition. But also they had snowmobiles. And I made the mistake of getting on a snowmobile with his crazy sister, who I love. But she was like you're supposed to shuffle. She was like a terror. And she was going so fast and speeding. I was so terrified. I still remember that to this day. That was a long time ago.
They lived in a semi-wooded area, and there were a lot of hills. And when we weren't riding on the roads, the dirt roads near there, we would go into these wooded areas up and down things. And I know some of my cousins would crash into trees and... fun times.
Now, I'm an Aries and I like speed, but that really challenged me. Maybe
this
it's
was
the
like
Taurus
in the
cusp in me. I
early
don't know.
to mid 70s
Whoopsie.
and maybe a little bit later in the 70s when... Okay, Lena, you have the Four of Cups.
What a nice card, too, that is, because, it's all about contemplation and meditation and, quieting the mind. And in the stillness, your cup will be filled with messages from spirit, ideas will come to you. Choices, new opportunities that you decide to take on. You will be able to sort out what it is you want to do next, what will bring you the most light into your life, whether it's material, physical, or spiritual. Spirit says this is a time to open your mind and let Spirit fill you with ideas.
Spirit is saying that a time is coming where there will be a number of choices for you, but only one of them will really matter. The others might matter a little bit, but one is clearly the one that takes you to a new vista of sorts. So this could be about, your career or your job. This could be about a change of where you live. This could be about relationship status or status with family or other people. Something is going to come to you that will be a very clear, colorful, vibrant choice, something that you will feel, where have you been? I needed you before. I'm so glad I have you now.
And Lena, again, too, this might also say the perfect way to, free your mind and to open it is to get out in nature, because we have that kind of element here, I think, too. She's out in nature and she's taking in, with every breath, there's renewed spirit when you go out and you just listen to the quiet sounds of nature's, the birds calling. That's when you can really open up and receive, messages or ideas from your inner self as well.
The picture evokes the idea that even in nature, you're heavily connected to another world, this bright, vibrant world here.
Well, it might also say that whether you go out in the day or you go out at night, you will benefit. You will definitely be able to open to that energy.
Awesome. Good luck, Lena.
All right. Kara.
Hi, Kara. I'm not a big person with speed anymore myself. I don't like to drive fast.
First.
I tend to always drive pretty close to the speed limit. You're welcome, Lena. And when people are speeding around me on the freeway, doing that in and out, shifting lanes things, sometimes it's a little scary.
Yeah, sometimes he can't make it on a Saturday. I don't know if it's a work thing or, so...
He heard I didn't make enough coffee for all of us. I didn't. I made a smaller amount of coffee.
I think one Saturday, like, for example, he came right near the end. He just made it. Well, some days are going to be like this. I'm sure when summer rolls around and we actually...
Right, we won't even be here.
When we actually get a real spring... Some people will be disappearing and coming and going, I'm sure.
We're definitely not here in 2 Saturdays because we are reading live on the other side of our state at the Arts and Craft Metaphysical Store. They're having a psychic and holistic or wellness fair, and we're one of the reader groups that will be there.
Arts and Crafts, which arts is spelled A-R-T-E-S, right?
Yes, it's kind of like that.
Yeah, A-R-T-E-S and craft. And the thing is, they have an online store as well, which is why I mentioned
we highly
they're very
recommend
good people.
them, and they're really good friends of ours and associates.
So, Kara. Wow.
7 of Cups?
You got the 7 of Cups.
No, it's the 9.
Oh.
Isn't it?
It's the 9. Do you know what?
Even better!
I thought it was a 7, and then I'm looking at all those
it's
cups
the way they
and
write
thinking,
that.
oh my gosh, she's
script.
right. And we should have remembered that because we got this recently.
Yeah, I know, we did. Somebody got that.
And there's all this...
Was it you? Did you have it?
No, I don't think so.
Somebody had it last week or recently.
But it was all this light in the card, all those cups. There's a real sign of fulfillment here, and a sign, too, that she's almost leaping for the next great thing here. It has a very Fool-like element to it. It might also say that, when you take risks, when you take chances, you do get what you desire. You can get what you desire.
I want to pause for a moment because I see Jason. Jano has just arrived. And we missed you the other day, and we want to apologize. We remember you bopped in, and somehow none of us ever got you on our list, and we forgot about you. And I want to apologize for that. I'm really sorry that happened.
It happens once in a while.
Yeah, it does.
It's really funny because now... We thought it was just us before, but it just happens because we've got Violet Lotus and us now watching the chat.
We all made a boo-boo.
And nothing is ever perfect. So hopefully I'm glad you're back, and we'll give you a happy message from Spirit today.
Okay, back to Kara. Yes, this 9 of Cups is so fabulous. It literally lifts you off your feet. It's really saying maybe... whatever you think the greatest treasure you could hope for, you could wish for, Spirit is saying it's there for you. Maybe it's on the horizon. Maybe it's just floating around you. It's something maybe that should not be a lot of work. Your wish, your treasure is a dream come true for you.
Right. Everything is obviously golden here, Kara, which is really, really positive. And Also, even though it is fool-like, I can't discount the fact that's not a cliff. That is a treasure chest she's balancing on. And this is basically showing that your wish is definitely achievable. You've put in the work. You deserve, to get good things. And Spirit is saying good things will be coming. It's a very positive sign.
For a minute, I almost thought I saw another little hidden flower there, but I realized it was just a part of her, the hem of her dress sort of flapping around, and it shaped that way.
So instead of a leap of faith, I think she's jumping for joy.
Yeah.
So that's what we have for you there, Kara. Woohoo.
So maybe Spirit is saying today's the day, or very soon, that you should make a wish.
Yes.
All right.
But I think if you've had some in the pipe, maybe something will come through for you soon. So we're on Jano.
Yeah, it just happens. We've had that too, where one of us sees the chat incomplete and one of us doesn't. So it's just little fluky things that happen.
Little YouTube things, I think, because even I miss. Like sometimes he'll see a comment that I don't have anywhere on my screen, so I don't know.
You're welcome, Kara.
And then we have a delay between us too.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that means Jano is next, and we're pulling a happy card, a happy message for you. Going to remind everybody, we are back tomorrow for our regular readings from 2 to 4 p.m. So if you have a question you need a little more detail, please come back and see us for that. Also, don't miss Banshee's Material Matters Sunday morning, just a little bit earlier at 10 a.m. And we open up the chat room so we can discuss her reading as well as hobnob with each other and, of course, drink more coffee.
Sip coffee, watch the show, and hear me babble in the chat. and on screen as well. But I sometimes throw out a lot of little extra thoughts about the cards.
That's right. Carol Lee was the winner of the Fiber Magic book that we gave away last fall sometime, I believe. So awesome. So we want you to do some knitting for us too.
Yeah, Carol, you can make that. The cat. Or some other cat.
We love you guys. It's so much fun being here with you.
Let's see. Okay. You remember how the last card we saw had all that gold in it? Well, we got a lot of yellow here.
Oh, wow, Jano.
You got the sun.
You have the sun. And it's so cosmic. Like maybe there's a beam of lighter energy connecting the brain there to the center of the sun. The sun always in tarot terms means fantastic good fortune. It means knowledge, inspiration, success. It could be an indication of marriages, or it's also about happiness through children sometimes.
Oh, really? Huh. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, it really is, like Violet says, one of the happiest cards in the deck. Maybe the Nine of Cups is a little happier,
well,
but
it depends what you're looking for. The Nine of Cups is very material happiness, which of course makes you emotionally happy. You're fulfilled. But this card is beyond that. This is more of a spiritual happiness as well. And a feeling of, success and attainment because, you earned it. You basically earned it. And this is the rewards, the ultimate rewards from the universe to you, in my opinion. It's really beautiful, too, as I look at that card. And in this case, I feel the flow is downward. You might disagree with me with that light there from the sun. She's just soaking it in. And so soak in this moment. Soak in the, and if you haven't achieved success in something you're really looking for.
I want to sing that song by Sheryl Crow.
Oh, if you...
I love that
No,
song.
don't sing. Don't sing.
I won't.
This is happy hour. and so So basically, Jano, if you haven't experienced a success or a fulfillment yet, feel it. Feel it inside that it's yours. This is a sign Spirit is saying to embody the message of the sun, especially since it seems like you had a synchronistic feeling about it here.
I think it's just important to mention, too, that this is a message from Spirit or the divine, or however you want to look at that, your own higher self, higher consciousness. And so maybe it is talking about physical things in your life. The sun is brightening up your life. Some successful things will happen. But it could also just be talking about your spiritual life, too. He's trying to get in on the side there. It's so funny. The sun man.
Come here.
The sun man. The sun. Okay, I guess he's got to come because
you know what?
sun.
I didn't think of that. See, the sun card is calling the sun man. Here. That's the card. You like it? Or do you just want to get on camera?
Aww.
So honestly,
Sunny says good luck to you too.
It's a fantastic card, and is it just me wanting to get outdoors and projecting this? But I would also say, take advantage of a nice, warm, sunny day and go out there and soak in some of the sun and just feel that energy.
Especially if you don't live in Michigan.
Yes, because we get plenty of sun, warmth. It's not happening right now.
So we have a little extra time. We will do that for you, I think. We're going to pull a card or two for Jano about Kira's feelings, because we missed him the other day and we got a few minutes. Let's just do it.
Okay, we'll make that exception because Mr. O said so. Here,
was wondering how Kira was feeling about me.
Shuffle it.
All right. She let me.
We'll do it. But we don't want to set a precedent for a happy hour now, so...
Or is this a trick because you know that the cards can only be read happy?
No. Well, I guess now what are we going to do about that?
Should we read them the way they show up?
We have to read them the way they show if it's a regular question.
Yes, it's a regular question. Thanks for clearing that up, Mrs. TFT.
Well, that's why I'm not sure about happy hour. No precedent. So we'll do it this once because we made a little boo-boo on Thursday night.
I bet you do know the code, too. It seems like all of the states or all of the world knows the code to some degree. Where don't they? Maybe in some parts of South America or Africa or India, maybe. I don't know. India gets snow.
Wow, you are a pesty one. Why are you being so pesty on the
Okay, this is our special reading for you about Kira. So our first card is... Well, it helps if you turn it around and grab it. The first card is the Star reversed. And the second card is the Queen of Cups reversed. See, you're never going to do this again. And then the Five of Wands. Oh.
So this is about somebody and how they feel about you? I don't know if is there a relationship now or was there? I guess that would be my question.
Well, it almost feels like maybe there's something that involves competition or a sense of others' involvement. I don't want to say there are other suitors, but maybe that's a possibility, or maybe this just talks to the idea that there's
just potential. Okay.
Potential or a level of
complication. I'm reading his thing.
Okay. Sorry.
It was an answer to my question.
Right.
Well, it just seems like
the Queen of Cups reverse could be saying that maybe they are thinking about your emotional content, like maybe they sort of feel like maybe there's a little bit of an uneasiness or emotional disbalance to you right now. This may or may not be true, but it may be what they're feeling from you.
I don't know here. I'm looking at the Five of Wands and I'm wondering here if this person is thinking there may be some compatibility issues, that that there might be some issues that could raise some problems. The Queen of Cups reversed is speaking in terms of, right now their emotions feel very unsettled, whether it's about you. Maybe they're feeling pessimistic about the chances with you, and that they would have to struggle hard to make this work.
Is that because you combine it with the star,
Yes.
maybe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. So it could be that maybe they're not exactly committal in any sense right now, but they sort of understand maybe that there's a tenderness about you too,
Yeah, she's going through her own stuff. See, since you asked what her feelings were, I'm kind of reading this about her. So in a way, yeah, I could see that she needs some emotional healing for sure. I don't know if she was in a very difficult relationship, that Five of Wands there. And so that, there were a lot of arguments and strife. And so she needs to heal from that. That's another way I could think about it here, is maybe she's not thinking that much of you right now because she's dealing with her own stuff. And it looks pretty, because it looks pretty negative. But if it is about you, I feel like she's got a very pessimistic attitude right now. And it could be because her emotions are out of balance. And she's just struggling, that Five of Wands.
So going back to the Sun, it's probably just better to focus on your happiness for right now and let most other people's situations kind of attune to you. You have your own, work to do to bring your vibration up. And so maybe as you do that, this will reflect back to other folks too that you might want to, get to know better and stuff.
Yep, that's what we have for you. We don't have the Lenormand today because we don't usually use it on happy hour. So that's what we have. Good luck with that, Jano.
All right, good luck, Jason.
Did I shuffle first? I don't even remember. Sunny has hijacked my hand.
Give it back. I saw it first.
And he's so comfy. I hate to move it, but I must. Oh, Sunny. It's your turn. Violet Lotus. Give myself some room here.
He'll find his way. He always does.
All right. Shuffle.
I think the pickle has sort of moved down to part of his ribcage, perhaps.
He's laying on them. Here's one. Stay there, don't move. Here's the other. And his little string thing that he tore off of one of his chaser toys.
Okay, Violet, this is your spirit message.
All right, let's see what we have here. Ooh, deep.
Oh my goodness, the Magician.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fabulous.
Very cool, very cool. As above, so below is very evident in this card here. And the Magician's in his element for sure. Has everything you need. Spirit is saying you really have everything you need right now to create, to manifest something in your life, whether it's in the physical realm, whether it's in the spirit realm. This is a sure sign that, you have everything you need to make something happen.
I'm amazed sometimes that when I look at these cards, even though I've seen most of them in our readings here for weeks and weeks now, that I see something different in a card that I've talked about before, and like.
Well, now this time you've talked about the egg before.
Okay, well, number one, eternity watches over you in a way, and of course that just connects totally to the idea of your mediumship and the idea of spirit guides that work with you and things like that. But also, too, to me, the movement of the person's hands sort of is part of that figure eight too, and there is that other figure eight that's looping around there. So I just think that's so cosmic and fundamental that you right now, as your own sort of magician, are in that that realm of consistency and continuity, that there's a range there right now. And so probably a big part of what's going on for you is everything sort of has to move into a flow so that it's all there for you at all the time. So like, for example, working on your mediumship issues, they just need to be fundamentally always flowing around you, or whatever it is. Even if it's mundane things in your life, Spirit is saying, create this flow so that they're just omnipresent. They're in a range with you, a spectrum.
Will, drive, focus, all of this is important right now, but applying your will and your focus towards your goal or desire will achieve results right now. Spirit says manifest, manifest, manifest. That's what we have for you.
Really nice, yeah. So I guess now we do each other, right? Alrighty. Who's first? You usually read for me first, so I think I want to read.
I thought you read. Well, maybe you. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's see what Mr. O is going to pull out of his magician's hat today.
You're welcome. Thank you too, of course.
Sonny.
All right. Have a good one. Have a great one.
Hey, stay crafty. Can't wait to hear about your next project.
Yeah.
Go for it. Oh, why did I pick the card? It was supposed to be you. And guess what you got for me?
I love it. Yes, you are that tower.
Well, at least, is that butterflies there? There's something there.
But if I had to say something, Spirit says what I've known for years, but maybe haven't really always pinned it down in my head. You're always the person who learns from your mistakes or learns the lessons you need to learn. You have always been that person. You have never or very rarely repeated a fundamental mistake or not learned one of the most, all of the important lessons of life that you had to learn. And so I think Spirit is saying is that you're really there for all the trials and tribulations. You're really there to assess it all. Look at the little squirrel guy. He's looking up, but he doesn't look like he's terribly afraid of everything coming down. He sort of says, this has a sense maybe of, I've been here before, and that maybe everything will be all right. And, they say lightning never strikes the same spot twice. And so it seems like there's two strike points there in that tower of, tree there. And maybe that's saying there's always going to be new lessons to learn. Spirit says there always will be lessons to learn, things to grapple with in making yourself better. And you are that person who is best able to do that.
Well, it's funny. I almost feel... I know he's right on some level here. And the tower, has always... It's really funny. The tower has always come up for me when something's about to brew and happen. But usually it has to come up more than once. So I'm not fearing that here. And I don't think Spirit is telling me that here. But I like the message Mr. O said, because I do learn from my mistakes. And I do feel like that, I've learned to dust myself off. There have been times in my life when I was younger that I would hold on to the trauma and not learn the lessons that I need to learn from that. And when you hold on to trauma, you don't move on. You just stay in that loop of attracting more trauma. So I have learned that. And the thing is, too, what's really interesting is I almost think I could have been a crisis manager in a different life because, and one of the things that I learned in my journalism classes, because I took a little bit of public relations as part of that, is that it's always better when you have a crisis to be prepared for it. In other words, don't wait till a crisis happens and then you're all stumbling around trying to figure out how to handle it. You should have some preparation. And so the thing is that most companies don't do that. And so then their PR people have to run around and do what they call damage control. And so, that's the worst of it. You don't want to do damage control. You want to be prepared for it so you know exactly what to do, what to say, and how to move forward from there.
Banshee, where's the soapbox? No, I don't want you to get off of it.
It's here, and it's getting struck.
I want to get on the soapbox, and I realize this is your reading, but I'm an old fogey. I'm 67 this fall. And for many years, about 5 or 6 years, I was on my municipal city where I worked, their safety wellness team. And there was one representative from each city department. And the idea was we reviewed employee incidents usually, and almost all the time there were systems that were in place for people to follow, protocols. This is how you do these things. Some of that did border on the idea of emergency or crisis, but for the most part it was like maybe first responders who had most of the accidents that we reviewed. And we said the systems were in place, you just needed to remember that and work with them. And that's kind of like what you said about just being prepared.
Well, at a couple of the jobs I was on the safety committees. In my last job, I was on one that managed, a bigger library, campus library. And we also got together with first responders to initiate plans, in case there was a more major emergency, in the city. And so I learned a lot from all of that. It was very, very useful.
No, I picked the card this time, right? And then you read it.
No.
But that's what happened last time, right?
Well, then did I cut them?
No, I cut them, and then you cut them back, and you picked the card.
I don't know.
Just do it the way you want.
I'm doing it because I'm sorry. It's me. And look at that. The duality that is Mr. O.
Just us.
Those Scorpios, it's not always about revenge with them. It is about seeking what's right, seeking what's just, and making balanced decisions, and all about fairness and fair play. And I see that a lot with Mr. O, and the things that, he thinks about as far as societal issues go, civil rights, social justice. Mr. O is very objective, and Mr. O believes in balance and harmony, and the scales need to be righted.
What do I usually say? Oh, wait, it's happy hour. I can't.
There is another planet? Is that it?
Okay, that'll work for this context because it's not about skeletons.
Oh, okay. Well, at any rate, I feel here that Spirit is saying to you that this is a time for balance in your life, that everything is smooth, everything is stable, and if it's not, it should be soon. You'll start noticing more of a lightness, like things are not tipping one way or the other way. It just is.
Now, anybody in the chat room, are you born on October 24th or 25th, or do you know someone on those dates? Because that would be maybe the idea of the most extreme idea
The
of this
dark
card.
justice.
Right. Some people on those birth dates, they're just a little bit really too much both about justice and maybe the scorpionic need for revenge. That's all I'm going to say.
So,
Is it you, Kara?
No, Kara's a Taurus, I
That's
think, right?
Yeah. Yes.
You're going to have a birthday reading next season.
Well, anyways, there we are.
There we are. We're done.
We're done.
We're done, Sonny.
So we want to thank everybody for coming today. We want to thank Fiber for showing up. We saw them. We're like, where's the kitties? We got to make sure we show her. They weren't very far.
Yeah, I knew she was a Taurus. Well, Sonny says thanks for joining us, and he's always happy to be the unofficial therapy cat for Happy Hour.
That's right.
Right, Sonny? Up.
Don't moon. Thank you. I was on. It was like, if he puts his, keep it down. Keep it clean, Sonny.
All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for joining us today. It's been a great show. It's been a little bit of a quieter show, so we could spend a little time goofing off here. So hope you have a happy rest of your day, and we'll see you next week. But remember, the week following that, there will be no happy hour. But next week, we'll be here. And it's the Saturday before my birthday. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.